Hi there! So, a while ago I made a video showing you how I usually farm Pandemonium for some intelligent symbionts. As an alcoholic as I am, I need a lot of these symbionts, but what you also always need for a new character is your regular Dust Brigrade Bracer, and for these you need a whole bunch of Dust Brigrade Nutum Infuser updates. So these want to be farmed as well, and finding teams for DB2 is a bit of an issue, and so here I want to show you how I go about it. So this video can probably also serve as a bit of a tutorial for the instance. If you don't know it yet, I will probably cover a lot of the things you need to do. And so as you can see, Pandemonium I did with Shade and Krat on 2 characters, but as you will see soon, running 2 characters through here with tabbing between them is not really feasible, so this will need to be done solo. And so what I did was I switched to my Adventurer instead of the Shade, because it turns out this works pretty well. So here I am as my little dragon. And I think we will just get into it, and I will talk along the way what I'm doing here. So we start here at the entrance, and now the first thing that we encounter here are these masked commandos. These are just annoying ads, and we will get rid of them. And so for this I will pull them with me here. So as you can see, we have this outer ring around the inner chamber. In there you can already see our boss that we want to kill, Ground Chief Aune or something like this. But yeah, let's collect all these different ads, and what we will do is we will send them to the Abyss. We do this by now running into the instance here and say hello to Aune. We have already pulled aggro on him. This happens. But we'll ignore him for now, and you can see there are all these little passageways here, and the ads are pretty stupid. They just fall down. Hopefully we won't, but now all are gone already, so this was good. I just jumped between these, and I'm healing myself because, yeah, as I said, we have already pulled aggro. And now we go ahead and start hitting the boss here. So yeah, the boss most of the time is pretty straightforward. We pretty much just heal ourselves and so not die. Being a dragon is pretty helpful in this regard. I actually disabled sound for now. Let's enable it again. Yeah, as dragon you have quite a bit of staying power here, so it's not too bad to tank him. And now we encounter our first mechanic. So you can see the ground shake here, and what this means is you have to run into this little cloud thing here. This cloud is, yeah, if you don't run into the cloud in a reasonable time, you get a pretty nasty damage over time applied to you, and so this is not something you want. As soon as the ground shakes, you will notice that you will be snared, and so you have to wait a bit, because you usually, so in this case I was lucky, it was on the same passageway as I was on, but usually we have to jump, and so you can't run over here, over the center. It looks a bit like you could, but you will fall down if you try this. Right, so this was the first mechanic, so don't miss the cloud, always take note of it, and then you should be fine. Just run into the cloud or jump. Jumping here is the preferred method of transportation, because yeah, it's just easier, and it can happen. So if you are just jumping and yeah, then the cloud hits you while in the air, then you may also fall down, which sucks, but there's a way around it. And if either I will fall down anyway, because I'm an idiot, or I will show you after we kill the boss. So as you notice, I also place myself to the edge of the arena here, and you already saw Aune warp around once. Oh, I will get back to you. So here you can see Aune now has a shield. I cannot do damage to him, and this will persist. And we have to run out now and find ourselves. Okay. we get warped back, but now I see our target over here. This is the tower. So these towers spawn occasionally, and there are two of them. This one is the blue tower. It gives Aune the damage shield, or the reflect shield more likely, so you can't really damage him anymore. And so we have to run out here and kill the tower. And now when we get back in here, you can see Aune now has lost the shield, and now we can start shooting him again. Her, I think. So, right. As I was saying, I'm placing myself to the edge of the arena here, because you saw Aune teleport around once, and when Aune teleports, it will, after teleporting, do an area stun. And so by standing outside, I'm pretty much minimizing my chances of getting stunned, because it will teleport somewhere like this. And now but I was far enough back to not get hit by the stun. So you can still get stunned, of course, if Aune teleports into this general area again, but it's also not a big deal. Keep shooting. That's pretty much it. So defense-wise, I tend to save Biococoon for the next cloud. The reason for this is that in addition to the snare, you also get an initiative debuff, so I can't instacast my heals anymore. And so I usually just pop Cocoon, run to the cloud, and then it's fine again. Overall, this is actually pretty safe here. So whenever you get bad luck, it's usually no big deal to just run out of sight, right? You just run here, for example, and now I can pretty much without problem just heal myself up, for example, or wait for a cooldown for something. So this, you always get a safe spot. Still, you may get warped into the center occasionally, so you have to be able to next debuff. So now I got a red debuff, and this is shit, because every ranged attack that hits Aune in this state will heal him. So take a look at the health. You can see how it got healed. So whenever the red debuff hits, you have to stop damage immediately, all ranged attacks. And now we go out again and kill a tower. In this case it was here. And now we just kill it. We probably will get warped back in, right? We always do. But yeah, just run out. Usually only few people run out if you're doing this in a team. But that's it, yeah. So stopping damage and not missing the red debuff is very important, because otherwise you will just heal the boss back up, and this is obviously not what you want. There's another slight thing with the red debuff. So you might be tempted to just do this with the melee class and keep just ignore the red debuff, because it will not heal on melee attacks. But you should not do this as well. because when you don't kill the red tower, it takes 2-3 minutes, and if the red tower is still up in this time, then you will then Aune will get a large damage buff and will probably kill you. So no luck there. You have to kill the red tower. But yeah, that's something that you can't ignore. Right, you also notice I stop attacking while jumping around here. This is also just a safety thing. I may be a bit too paranoid with it because as a ranged or generally as a character, you will face automatically towards your fighting target, right? And so it might happen that yeah, you get you turn when you don't expect it to and fall down, and so I stop attacking for it. It probably doesn't matter, but one of these things that you do. Right. So that's pretty much all the mechanics that are important here. We are at 50% health. So one thing that's pretty nice, so you often have to run out and find the tower. Oh, there's a cloud, so as I said, I pop by a cocoon and just my little stupid dragon will fly. Now the snare's gone, I jump over, and this is the debuff done. Yeah. So what I was saying, right? So you have to run out and kill the towers, and they can be all around the ring here at certain spots, and so running once around the ring takes a while. So you want to avoid doing this, and one thing that you can do, I will try and show you on the next debuff, is you can actually see the towers through the little slit here in the side. And so you can just take a quick look around, and most of the time you can see this. There can be spots where you don't notice it or don't see it, but yeah, they are rare, and this way you can just run into the correct direction and be good. So as I said here, now we can see the tower here, so I can just immediately run there and start hitting it. And yeah, I don't know if it's an intended mechanic, but most of the time I get warped into the center during a tower, as you can see. It may also just be some timer that lines up. I don't know, but yeah, you have to just live with it and run out multiple times usually. What? Oh, this was probably 1 HP left or something. Right, and yeah, this we keep repeating. So as you can see, Adventurer works pretty nicely. I'm rotating evade perks, and so acrobat perks regularly. I keep healing with both heals, so this keeps me alive most of the way. But yeah, of course, sometimes you also can pop in an additional complete healing when you need it, or as I mentioned, you can always just run out. It's also always a good idea, so you can see the shouts Aune does always. So whenever he puts up the red debuff, he shouts, "Go ahead, shoot me." So as an adventurer, you have to do one important thing, and whenever you pop sharp scales to increase your damage shield, you always have to also shout shout it back at him. So that's these are the important things that make this encounter much easier. Psychological damage. So next cloud over here. So I popped Biococoon as well and hop over here, and now we got this. And I think so. It may initially we were quite lucky with getting rid of all the ads. You can also ignore them just completely. When you go out and kill towers, you will then aggro them. They don't do a lot of damage, especially as against your somewhat well-equipped character. And when you run back in, they will also quite often just fall down, as we did on purpose here. So yeah, in theory you can also ignore them, but getting rid of them yeah, also doesn't hurt. Because then you don't have to worry about them anymore. Okay, that was another teleport and red debuff, so I stopped damage immediately. Look around me, I saw the tower light up there. So yeah, we actually missed one of the comrades here. And so yeah, we got warped back in here, as usually. Yeah, so you have to, it takes a bit of practice to navigate these walkways in there. It's not too bad. Jumping around is the preferred way to do it. In my opinion, at least, it's because yeah, with the way pathing works, I don't really trust narrow corners and so on. You too often get a bit of desync between the server and so on. Okay, I missed the wrong macro. Okay, next cloud and a debuff, so they can stack up basically. So first, the priority is always to hit the cloud, because getting the damage over time is not fun. So you don't want to miss it. Also, I don't know. No, I don't think the initiative debuff persists. But yeah, don't miss the cloud is this thing to remember. This is your main priority that may probably kill you when doing this. And yeah, also then oh, okay, well, so I screwed up and now we fell down. This is not a big deal. So down here you can see these platforms, and we have to run over them in a clockwise direction. One downside is they remove your morph, but this is not a big deal. So once we have run over all 4 platforms, we start back out here, and usually Aune doesn't lose aggro, so we should be fine. Yeah, so you can see still hasn't healed up, and so yeah, even if you screw up, which just happens occasionally. Oh, I have to say, this was definitely due to lag and not due to any stupidity on my part. It should be obvious. So yeah, but if you fall down, it's really no big deal. Just remember to buff up again with all the things you need. if you are an adventurer. So you lose your morph, so you have to recast this, obviously, your morph aura, and poisonous bite for some more damage, because this gets cancelled with the but yeah, of course, if you fall down during a cloud, you may be screwed, because you can't make it back in time. But yeah, overall, so here is perfect example. Just pop in a complete heal at this point. It's adventurer I find pretty nice for this year, because yeah, you just have all these defensive tools. You can tank it pretty well. No real issue there. And here we go. So one last warp into the center, as always. And this is Ground Chief Aune killed in a reasonable time, I would say. So farming your 10 infusers for the bracer, as well as a few more for like nano enhancer and so on. You need quite a few, but it's doable in a reasonable amount of time, and so you can get a bit of loot here, be completely filled up with the loot, and you loot your two bracers. It also drops, of course, additional armor, like enhanced Dust Brigrade armor, and an engineer pistol. So I usually tend to just put them on Darknet free for all, because people often need them and can make use of them. Okay, so one more thing about I just wanted to show you. So you can see when I fell down here, I started, I think, over here, but this was actually the last platform. So you start at the, what is it, this platform here, which is the most westernly. I don't remember. So what I tend to do, I just start running over the platforms in a clockwise order. At some point you will hit the first one. Is it this one? Yes. And then you will eventually get it done. Just run clockwise over there. It's no real issue with the with timing, like in Dust Brigrade 1, for example. They are very close together, but this helps. I think they are the same platforms, hence why they remove morphs, but I may be wrong with this. But yeah, that's how I go about farming Dust Brigrade 2 when I need some more infusers for some other characters. Not a big deal. I hope I could also show you all the mechanics in the instance that you need to worry about. Equipment wise, this character is not really super equipped, so more or less regular stuff, with the exception maybe of this bad boy that I picked up at some point. But overall, just a mix of OFAP and operative armor, so no big deal. Just some of the more important alpha symbionts in here at the moment. So you can do this with without crazy equipment that you need to farm first. And so I hope this helped you, and you enjoyed this quick tour through Dust Brigrade 2. I may also do similar guide to the question how I usually farm Technomaster Sinu, aka Mitar, for some of the combat board updates and stuff like this. Just to show you how I go about this. But so much for Dust Brigrade 2. Hope you enjoyed, and see you around.